YouTube, Tommy here. Do you think things are getting better in the trucking gig? Nobody's getting back to me here. Come on, what do you think? Some days it seems like they are, and then other days it just seems like the wind gets taken out your sails. Am I the only person that's experiencing that? You know, you might get a few days where the rates seem like you're going, oh hey, that's alright. So we're running 7. We've got a mixture. We've got 3 on flatbed and 4 on reefer. And I like the blend. So if one market tanks a little bit, you're still alright with the other. So in the rare occasion when both markets are good, you'll be doing fine. But if there ever comes a time when both of them are doing terrible, so will you be. But it kind of spreads your risk a little bit when you're in 2 different markets. But we'll pick up some loads, and I think, that's alright, that's better than it was. And then I think it's the brokers actually that put me off a little bit, because you think you're doing alright, you get a couple of decent rates and you think, okay, the market's coming back. Fuel's nowhere near as expensive as it was a year ago, so that's a big help. However, the way the brokers behave with some of the loads, you think there's a lot of fraud out there, you know, and we've had to send pictures of the side of your truck and the VIN number and all this stuff, and I think, you're not buying the bloody thing, you know, we're only taking a load of hay down to Texas for you. We've got some direct customers that it's been steady with, but it seems like it's coming back, and then it just vanishes. You know, don't know why it is, but there's a vibe that it might be getting towards the end of the bad time, and the good time might be coming back, and then you get a little bit enthusiastic, and then, you know, it's gone. It's like you're being teased and led on a little bit, and you're thinking, here we go, we're back in it, and then no, the rug snatched from below your feet, and you're looking at an area, you're in an area you can hardly buy a load out of some days. So no, I don't know. Our flatbeds were killing it 2 months ago, and now not so much. Maybe we're just in the wrong spots, going to the wrong spots, and you know, the whole 4th of July thing, I am not an American, so don't shoot me for this. However, there's things that I just think, get it, who come up with the idea? There's probably a legit idea, but why have Thanksgiving on a Thursday? Is it just so that you can pretend you're only going to have 1 day off and the entire country has 2 days off? So you have Thursday off, it comes up to it, and you're thinking, oh, can't take that load, got to be here for Thanksgiving, got to do it, and everything gets twisted all up, and drivers got to be home for it. You know, then the Friday comes when everybody's supposed to be back at work, and nobody's there. Why did they not just make it a Friday? It's a long weekend. That's what we do in Scotland, you know. And then it's the same with the 4th of July. For me, which is even worse. I get it. Great country to be in. Fantastic. I love it. It's the land of opportunity, the American dream, all that stuff. I get it all. I buy into all that. But what I don't buy into is this year it's on a Thursday, just like bloody Thanksgiving will be. And I know it's, what is it, Monday, right? Is it Monday? It's Monday. Last week we're looking at this ahead and thinking, well, the 4th of July is coming up, it's a freaking Thursday, so that's going to suck. If you've got a truck that's unloading on a Wednesday afternoon, you might not get it loaded till a Friday. If you're lucky, we've got 2 of them, and we're scurrying to try and find loads, and if you're lucky and somebody's desperate to ship a load, they will, but it's just having these things on the Thursday, and here's my gripe about the 4th of July. These fireworks, right? I clearly am in a neighbourhood where it must be Redneckville, or that's just what happens at this time of year, because they buy fireworks, and it's not like, you know, oh, we'll get them and we'll keep them. No, there must be so much money in this country that everybody is blowing their fireworks up 11 o'clock at night, midnight, out my back door, down my street. The next door neighbour's dogs are howling their heads off because some drunk human being has decided, hey, let's fire these off. And he's not getting up for work the next morning probably. And if he has, he's got a hangover. But I've got a little girl who's fast asleep, and the neighbour's dog's yelping away, and the fireworks are exploding, and it's still June. They'll still be going when it's freaking nearly August, I know it. The whole firework thing, yep, so much cash, let's explode it in the air when it's not even anything to do with it. Anyway, side rant. But it's a struggle when it gets to the holidays, when you've got trucks, just as Christmas can be a struggle. Folk want to be home, you try to route trucks and take loads you wouldn't want to take so that your drivers can be in the right spot. And 4th of July, it's not very independent for truck owners, I can tell you that. But hey, I suppose people have to have some to celebrate, but let's do it on a Friday. It's just what we do with Halloween now, you know. Halloween could be on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, but we'll celebrate, we'll have Halloween parties at the weekend so that nobody's working the next day, you know. I don't suppose you can celebrate the 4th of July on a different day, can you? I take that one back. But no, it's the market feels like it's coming back. The flatbed's kind of falling away and the reefer's coming up. Is it as good as it was? No, nowhere near it. But I'm looking at this Hotshot thing very, very seriously, and I want to have a try at it. I just like that you're living in your wits, which might not be very good for me. But when you're looking for a load and you think, okay, let's take something to Denver, and we might get something there. Let's take something to somewhere else, and then you're trying to get into having 2 or 3 loads in your trailer at the same time. I fancy it. I do. I could have my wife go with me, and she could look for some loads, and we could have conversations about it, and unhook, go to stay in a hotel and unhook the trailer. You know, it's just one little ball. You know, if you get one of those ones with the hydraulic lifts, you just push the button and the lifts come down, and the lifts up off the ball, and unplug it and undo the chain, and away you go. Drive to the, you know, the Applebee's or the Olive Garden or somewhere nice for your dinner instead of what we got, Jester's Chicken and a McDonald's. Don't think so, not tonight again. Parked in a truck stop. And these guys that are doing this hotshotting, you know, they seem to be making $1. That's all I'm going to say. I'll give me a quick lesson here. Here's the finances on it. You go buy a brand new truck right now today, better part of 200 grand. 5 years time, when it's done 500,000 miles, or 4 years time, it's worth, let me tell you what it's worth. It is not worth 50 grand. It's just not. So you've lost 75% of $200,000 in 5 years. Them's the facts, okay? You buy a brand new 1-ton Cummins diesel truck for 100,000. 5 years time, it'll still be worth 50 to 60. So let's go with the low side, 50. You've lost 50 grand over 5 years instead of 150, right? So you've saved 150 grand there. These guys are running at rates that are equal to, if not better, than a reefer. They just are. They might have to be a little bit creative with what they're doing, but they're still getting the miles, and they're still putting down miles, because a diesel pickup will get up to speed quicker and maintain it easier than a fully loaded reefer. That's my opinion. I might be wrong, but if I need to put tyres onto a Cummins diesel pickup, haven't priced them. But you only need 6 of them. You don't need 10. All right. Same with the trailer. Much smaller tyres. Haven't priced them, but they ain't going to be $700 a tyre or $600 a tyre. So there's another saving. An oil change, a lot less oil. Maintenance in a pickup, yeah, you're going to have some, but it's just not going to be what it is in a full-size truck. I don't see it. It may be, but I seriously don't think so. So, you know, the price of the trailer, brand new trailer, you'll get one for 25. You try to get a brand new flatbed for that. We just got those Easts and they're 70 each, 65, 70, something like that. They're nice, big aluminum things, but do you need that? I don't think you do. The fuel mileage that you get, I have never, ever going to get 11 miles to gallon on any load. You won't get that in every load in a Hotshot truck, but and I don't see it as it's an entry into trucking. I see it's an exit out of trucking. For me anyway, I think, all right, let's just say now, I'm 56, you get a truck and you work away a couple of years, you trade it off for something else and you've got that truck to put in, and hopefully you get it paid off in 2 or 3 years. So you've got a bit of equity, and if you can have a little bit extra cash, you can throw it in, and eventually, you know, when you're 62 or 4 or whatever, you go buy a new truck. It's brand new, you pay for it. You need twice as much to pay for a semi truck, right? So if you can pay for 100 grand for a truck and then use it when you want to use it, and you have your trailer paid off, you think, all right, the insurance is going to be the thing. But I used to think I'd do that with my Pete 379 and run it when I was older, when I don't want to be driving or working as much, and spend some time in Scotland, and spend a lot of time in Scotland really, and until it gets to be the winter time and the rain comes, and then, you know, I could haul fairy dust from Arizona to Florida along the bottom. But it's something that you can use the pickup truck that you're using to pull it. If you've, let's just say I had a fifth wheel camper here, 39 feet or whatever it is, you take it away somewhere down to Arizona, you put it into a nice place for the winter time, or down to St. George, Utah, down that way, and so you get away for the bad weather, and you're down there, everything's fine, and you think, you know what, I fancy a boat, and you get a boat, and you can certainly pull a boat with these things, or a side-by-side, or snowmobiles, or jet skis. Have some fun with the thing. You use it to go get your groceries, you can use it to do anything. It's your everyday run around vehicle, and then you think, I need to make some money, I'm going to take a couple of loads and go make some money. You could work for 10 days a month, you know, I could work 10 days in end of November and 10 days in the beginning of December, and that would be, you have enough to live on and have a decent bit of money there, and you've still got your pickup to run around. You just park your little 40-foot trailer at the side of your house. You don't need to have a yard. You know, there's so many pluses to this, that, and as well, you know, you can, if you were a couple and you were going to go trucking, you can use, I'm going to say this illegally here, but you would have 2 people who had the logs that could drive and advance the load. Think about that. So, and you know, if my wife was doing it, there's a lot more chance of me getting her to drive a pickup truck with a 40-foot trailer behind it, sitting like this here, than there is with a 500 horse, massive 80,000 pound truck and a 53-foot trailer. You know, it's a big difference. So I think it's a great thing. I fancy it. I do. It's itching at me. It's an itch I need to scratch. So I drove one today. I fancy it. I'm don't know what to do about it. I got done driving it and I couldn't fault the truck, and the guy said, what do you think? I went, duh. Can I have my pal come and look at it? He's a mechanic and he's had these before, and he'll be able to tell me what's what. Anybody knows anything about a Cummins diesel pickup, let me know. Or about Hotshotting. I like the idea of being a Hotshot driver. I could tell my friends in Scotland that they wouldn't know what Hotshot trucking was, and it would make me sound like I was a hotshot. I'm awesome at it. I'm fantastic. No, but the rates, back to what I was saying, the rates seem to be getting better. The fuel seems to be stabilising and creeping down. The rates seem to be creeping up. Then it goes away a little bit, but for months there was the creeping up bit wasn't there. It was just dire all the time. So, oh, another thing that's coming up, well, I remember the 13th and 14th of July is the Ayrshire Vintage Vehicle Road Run, and it starts in Cumnock in Ayrshire in Scotland, and it goes down to Portpatrick. I've been the last 3 years, I think, just by coincidence being there, but I'd like to get back there. And it's when's that? Where are we now? This is the first, so any time between now and then, if I can get me a ticket to get on a plane to get home to Scotland and spend some more time with the wife and go to that, you know, that's always fun. I enjoy it. It's so some of my better videos, if you want to look through the ones that we did and see the Scottish Road Run, the trucks, the Ayrshire Vintage Vehicle one, it's really good. I enjoy it. I love seeing those old trucks and the memories that come back, the sounds of them, the sights of them, the smells of them. The Scania V8s pulling away there with their straight pipes on them. I do admit, I do really like trucks. I like it. What else is going on? So I want to get back to that. So it'd be good, you know, bump into anybody there. That'd be a laugh. And then also, what was I going to say there? It's went out of my head. Couldn't have been that important. Couldn't have been that important. But no, that's what's going on. A little bit of just a catch up and what's occurring. But yeah, not bad. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe. That'd be great. Sorry, it's just a chat catch up tonight, but there you go. Thanks for watching.